Everybody, this is GameGuy602 here, and I'm here to review Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for the Nintendo Wii, and I should mention one more right now. This is a port of a GameCube game, but this makes no sense. Even though it's a port, the Wii version came out before, so if you have a GameCube version of this, everything is mirrored without some controls. Now, let's start off. You have 3 files you can choose from, and you got just a check, and that's pretty much all the options you got. Well, all the options you have at the very beginning. Now, as you can see, the fairy is my pointer, and you have a map, you have the hearts, and if you have the GameCube version, you do not have all these items. In the Wii version, you have 4 items at once that you can have without switching. There's lots of sword attacks you can do. You can even learn some if you find if you find a golden wolf when you're a wolf, you can actually learn some. And when you find if you find a golden wolf, when you're as Link, as himself, you will learn a technique. As you can tell, there's a lot of items, but instead of having it on the pause menu, which you can switch the items, like switch your swords and everything, back all at any time, you have it in its own button, which is minus, well, plus is pause. And with plus, you can actually save, change the options, check all your fish you caught, see all the bugs you caught, see all your mail, see all your moves, and so on. Even in options, you can take off the ability for pointer, so basically it's a GameCube game only with the Wiimote nunchuck without the pointer. So basically you use the analog stick and stuff. If you press 2, it will take away the map. Well, 1 will get you to the... 2 will take away the mini-map, which is on the screen, and 1 will actually take you to the map itself. Now, here's some wee differences. For most of the items in this game, you actually use the pointer, and you're in a third-person's view, shooting enemies. Well, for the GameCube and for the GameCube one, you're in the first person. But some items don't really matter as such. Of this one, it doesn't really matter which one you have. Now, Minna, which is the little imp in the top D-pad, you can turn to a wolf, you can teleport to places, and everything. Now, I should mention right now, Hyrule is very big, so unless you really want to travel everywhere, it's not really a wise idea. Now, for wolf, you actually different. You can sense, you can dig, and you can attack by shaking the Wii remote, or you can shake the nunchuck for spinning. Now, I should mention now the Link controls, which I didn't really mention before. If you shake the nunchuck, you do a spin attack. If you move your Wii remote, you do a sword attack, and yeah, the buttons are pretty much straightforward. You can actually see right now. Well, Z's lock on, or Z, whatever, Z targeting, Z targeting, whatever you want to put, and C is first person. Now, the thing is, too bad if you have the GameCube version. Oh, actually, wait. If you have the Wii version, you can't free look by using a C stick or anything. For this one, you have to actually click the targeting button to actually look where you want, or you have to let the camera automatically adjust. Well, for the GameCube, you can just do that. Now, I'm talking about the GameCube, well, because this is a port, but I'm talking about the Wii features as well. Now that I got the controls out of the way, the gameplay. Now, the gameplay is basically old, the classic Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, but except now you have some new moves, which is actually which can be put to good use. Also, you're also adult Link, not Kid Link, to start off. So yeah. Personally, I love Zelda games, so this one's probably the best. Also, if you finish off an enemy and you click A to put away your sword, you do a nice little put away your sword move, which you saw, and it's just amazing to watch. And new, you can actually use most of your weapons on your horse, which is nice. So now you can actually use your sword on your horse and have a nice sword gameplay. Now the graphics. The graphics, well, even though there aren't Wii graphics, they still look good. They're high-end GameCube graphics. They didn't do anything in the graphics, they just poured over the controls. But the graphics itself, they still look good. There's no denying that. And you can judge for yourself. They actually are medium GameCube graphics. Actually, I wouldn't say medium, I would say good GameCube graphics, because some developers don't take their time with graphics. But these are amazing. Now this music, it's okay, maybe not orchestra. It's hard to explain. Like it's basically orchestra, but it's not. I don't really know how to define this. I'm just gonna say it's orchestra, but most of the music is orchestra anyway. But it all sounds good. If you're a Zelda fan, you'll love it, and I loved it. Now the story. Now, Zelda games are deep on story. This one is no different. It has a very creative story, and it actually drags you into this by having 2 people from your village actually be taken away. So you don't really start in at Hyrule. And that's pretty much all I want to say. It gets better on as you progress, and yeah. Now, I don't want to give too much about the story, but here's my review of Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10. Thanks for listening to my review.